just a camera and a sound person, and the 2 actors and the rest of the cast.
Where was most of it shot?
In Los Angeles.
I recognized some of it.
Yeah, it was all LA. Yeah.
Where did you get the idea for this? You said that earlier to the audience that this idea was swimming around in your head for some time.
Yeah, I really like to play with extremes in my work, and I had worked at a skate shop for a while, and there was this weird relationship between skaters where it was like almost borderline gay, but they wouldn't. I don't know if they ever crossed that line in the bedroom. So that intrigued me, which is what inspired the film, and yeah, that's what we explored, and we had like extensive conversations of who these people were, and there's been comments that there's not enough sexuality in the film, but I think it's on purpose because it's understated. Their intention's different than just sex. It's a bond that goes beyond, which is what I noticed that skaters have. It's this camaraderie that's really intriguing. Yeah.
Yes.
What were you trying to convey, your principal idea, in doing this movie? It's rather depressive.
It's a love story.
What were you trying to convey?
I think it's an extreme love story of 2 people who don't find their place, you know, in a common world, but within each other they have this intense connection where they push to go on this, like, what could be a greater adventure. And I think they're also like philosophers in a way. So it's like there's nothing for them on earth. They can't find a family that will take them the way they are, love them. So why not risk it and, you know, go to the next plateau, as we say in the film. Yeah.
There was one takeaway, just one, that you would want the audience to leave this theater tonight about your film. What would that be?
That's a really good question. I think the takeaway is, as an artist, or my artistic intention was really just trying to convey a strong connection between 2 humans. And I think that's what we tried to explore in the film, and I think we succeeded. So that's the takeaway. Is that satisfying?
And
Yeah.
then, so you said that it was just an outline, not really a script. So how did you? I'm sorry, I forgot your name already.
Mine?
No, the actor.
He's Jesse.
Yes.
Jesse, how did you feel about creating your own dialogue? Like, did it come pretty naturally to you?
Well, I think that it was just more important to find out who that guy was, and then just kind of live it as we filmed it, and then just understand what each scene you want to have to be conveyed and what you want it to be about. I think it's hard to do that. Like keep it floating, you know, like keep the scene rolling, and but I think at the end of the day, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. But I don't even really think I knew what I was doing. Like I was like, so much aware of like what was even happening. So I think.
But how did you channel such a punk? Like, you look really nice, and that guy, I hated him. Like, I just hated him.
Oh, I didn't hate it.
You didn't hate him?
No.
He's just so.
I mean, I think I knew, you know, I to be honest, I know a lot of people that grew up that were, like we were talking about earlier, like not long for this world, you know, like it's an unfortunate case, but I think that, I don't know, I just found a guy that I liked and went all the way with it.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Jesse, why did you take the part? How did that all come about, and why did you accept the part?
Oh, I just finished drama school, and read for Henry, and I don't know, you know, I gotta be honest, like, you know, you go on a lot of auditions, and it's not such, you know, it's not such a great opportunity to really just do something that you've never done before, and it's like, this is really what, I mean, you know, what anyone thinks about, it's like, this is what it's all about right here, and so just to be able to jump out of drama school for your first time and have a project like this to do, I mean, just as far as like the learning process and what you can get out of it, it's just like, you know, it's what you sign up for. So I was totally on board from the moment it was. It was like, you know, that's what being an actor is about. That's the best part about it. So that's why I was so excited to do it.
Yeah, I thought, I mean, I think the film is very much about relationships.
Yeah, it's a love
Definitely.
story. Absolutely.
And I think, you know, one of the clearer times, if you will, is the mother-son scene,
Yeah.
you know.
It's like begging for her to love him, and she just is not capable of, or loves him in her way.
Right. And he
Something
wants her to be loving him in his way, and that's where there's no connection.
Yeah.
It's all
It's all
the same.
related.
It's a horrible thing. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have a question?
I'm curious about the choice of Armenian music.
Mojan, who's the other actor that plays opposite with Jesse, recommended an artist named Armin Ra, who is Armenian and is a thermarist. So I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's basically like a metal bar that he plays with his hands, with the energy of his hands. So I thought that just added a whole another layer to the film. So I know the song is an Armenian song, but it was more about the way, the tone of the music. And I thought it was really intriguing, the instrument that he uses. Yeah. Anybody else? Is anybody super disturbed?
Was this your first film, or?
I've done a lot of short films.
Sure.
This is definitely like a departure from what I'm used to doing, and it was very much an experiment. I wanted to shoot a movie in 2 days and see what came of it. And it was really collaborative with the actors, which is what I wanted. They had a big part in what we did and what we conveyed. So I learned a lot from it. I don't think I would ever do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Well, I mean, I really like working in a structured environment, and I think it's easier for the audience to connect in that way. But I think this is what I intended it to be, so
No, you can definitely see your vision in it, and the camera work is perfect. It's, you know, it really works for what it is. It's just it's depressing, but it's supposed to be. But and then it's very natural. You know, it feels real, like these guys are just hanging out, but they're just people that I would never want to know.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Because that guy's walking around out there all over the place. You know, there's 100 of them. You know, just down the block.
Yeah.
It's true.
Right.
You don't care about him at all.
Because you had such a really, I can't imagine it, tight schedule, such a demanding schedule in that, you know, 3-day period. Are there even any outtakes? from
there
this
is.
movie?
There's tons. There's so much footage, and that's why it took me so long. 'Cause I want to make sure that I watched it all. There's tons of information that wasn't in the film. The beginning that's under the black. Those are all scenes that we played with in the bedroom between them, and I just visually I didn't think we needed them, but the intention of the film, of those scenes, the dialogue needed to be said to establish what the movie was and what the story was. Yeah.
And I love your kind of treatment, the way the film opens, with the dialogue, the layers of sound, with the dialogue and the music, and the black screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like movies become really daunting, and like I've worked on projects where it's all about raising money and it's like this giant crew, and you know that becomes really exhausting. So I would just want to grab my friends and grab a camera and go and capture a really interesting story, and I think that more people need to do that.